we have jumped into the game. About the skin wars, which is obviously very important. Only Lee Sin doesn't have a skin. So, it'll be interesting to see who wins this. I think he really gave his team a disadvantage there. What do you think, Pauls?
Sure, it's a massive hit early on. I'm not sure how they're going to react. It's going to be very difficult for them to catch up. Obviously, this early advantage is going to hurt them a lot, so let's just see if they can pick this one up.
And the teams are forming up quite closely together. It doesn't look like zoum communicated this perfectly, but they are going to be grouping up now. Probably looking for an invade. They do have the Taric, as well as the Corki. The Layaways is very good for level 1 fights. So it'll be interesting to see if they can catch anyone. I'd be surprised if they do though, because DKH is pretty low there, but they do know that Maokai is probably going to start Wraith, so they might be walking around, and they are going to walk around. Are they going to be able to catch him off guard? It looks like he already saw them, and they're not going to be able to do it. But they will make sure that his Wraiths don't get insta-killed by the saplings. So that's going to hurt him a bit. Ooh, that was a lot of damage on Moma. But that's alright. In the meantime, Jabberwocky is putting down a ward at the enemy Wraith, so he knows when Daedrion is going to come past that. And Patimon is just going to start with the Wolves instead of the Wraiths, which works fine too.
Oh nice, I just took a look at the ward and it's got a timer on it now, and it's got like the 3 hits there as well. That's kind of nice. I like how they've done that. The little change to the wards.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually, especially for spectating obviously.
Yeah.
But actually what's interesting is that Swam went for the invade, but they actually lost more than that they won, because Daedrion was not able to start with his wolves. And that's basically a waste of 15 seconds, which doesn't sound like much, but it can snowball out of control in the jungle. So that's kind of sad for him. It's gonna be a sad ghost.
But Patimon had a less efficient route and lost a lot of mana. That's going to reduce the sustain for the jungle. Going to hurt him, and obviously he's going to hit level 4 not as quickly. And that's when he gets a lot of his ganking power. So that's going to... I don't know if that hurt Daedrion more. And he actually started red. I think he was just checking, and now Daedrion's going to go ahead and try and take that. There's nothing really Maokai can do, because he's going to loop back and take wolves. And that's the thing, because he started on that, and he knew he was going to loop back, because he basically needs level 3 before taking on that second big buff. So that was pretty clever by Daedrion, and I think he actually came out ahead on that one, purely because of that sort of what he forced Maokai into on his jungle route.
There's a lot of trading going on up top, and oh, there's going to be a gank now. Daedrion is going to move in here.
He's got double buff and pops the spell shield immediately. There's the flash. He should be out, but he's already gotten the flash down. He's going to recall on that bush, and if he goes back to try and farm some creeps, could be in some trouble. Maokai also there. Actually, can they trade off well? He doesn't have red buff. Patimon coming in from a different side. Lee Sin might get gibbed before they manage to get anything done here.
The thing is that Profana isn't very high health, but there's going to be an engage now. He misses the sapling down. Yakuza Twisted Advance ending knockup. Profana getting very low. Ignite goes down, and he does go down. First blood for and Patimon getting very low. Is Daedrion going to be able to pick him up? Oh, Patimon survives! Wow, that was great play. And now is going to have a double buff, and he's going to be a very happy Lee Sin, but he might get caught out here by Moma. Moma's going to go for it. Exhaust goes down. Here comes the defile and the layaways. He's going to pick it up, and that's going to be a double buff for Moma. Corvus is not a really bad person to have a double buff on this early on.
No, that's really good to, yeah, because he can basically spam those Qs. That's going to give him a lot of dominance in mid, considering Ziggs is one of those poke champions as well, with that bouncing bomb which goes over the creeps as well, so that's really going to help him out. That was 2 for 1, but double buff Corvus, and he got the experience from that as well, and the farm. I don't know who got hit more in that one. Obviously got first blood ahead on gold. I think purple team still came out ahead on that one, but it's close.
Yeah, and another thing to note is that DKH got an assist on both kills, so that's an extra 300 gold. And the other team did not. They only got actually it's 350 gold even. The other team only got a kill without an assist, so it's definitely worth it for DKH. They've got a hard to pronounce acronym.
Yeah, it's quite difficult.
But not as bad as the name of the top.
Yeah.
Listen.
Pattyman looking for a gank on mid against double buff Moma. He needs to get this double buff off him as soon as possible. One trick pony already there, goes to initiate with the wall. Pattyman coming in. Really can't twist advance onto him because he still has his flash, I believe. Yeah,
down the bottom there was a full-on engage as well. Canipan getting very low as well as goes to Odin. But neither dying, luckily, otherwise we'd have totally missed that. But that was a pretty decent fight there, both sides going in for win. And oh, here comes the handbell pulverized from a flash, but there's going to be a Valkyrie, and looks like Canipan is going to be just fine. Nif is now in a bad spot though. Here goes the Carver's ultimate. The Requiem is going to take Odin down, and that's going to be the second kill for Moma. And Nif actually got away from there. Very happy about that, I assume. Great flash by him.
Game. But yeah. Dedron looking for a gank at top onto Lee Sin. Level 4 got that buff, the red buff of course. Going in, looking for the stun for Profana. Tempest goes down, looking for the cripple. There it is. Tether goes down, and he should feel him just into tower range. Nothing we can do about that one. Lee Sin, very difficult to gank. As soon as he gets 6 as well, that's a lot of escape mechanisms he has, especially with his W, his Q, his mobility. Too hard to really do anything. Actually, he's going to go back and try and stop Dedron from recalling. Like it.
And he did get 7 or a goal out of that last gank, so he does have his Ninja Tabbies and his Doran's Blade, so he's got a huge advantage in the top lane. And top lane is one of the most snowballing lanes in the game, because it's pretty hard to gank top lane, because all the top lane champions are good at escaping usually. That's what makes some top champions not viable. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how that top lane plays out. He could get very dominant against the Rax, and if he plays his cards well.
The big problem for Profana right now is he just needs a gank to try and catch up to him. Because at the moment, Lee Sin's going to hit 6 before him, and he could just trade off and win. Actually, 4-man invade coming from zoum right now at blue buff. Don't think DKH are in a position to contest this. Blue goes down right to Moma, very, very smooth. That was just perfect. Maokai gonna not get that one, and Ziggs, that's gonna hurt Ziggs so much right now. He's about, what, 1/4 mana. He gets Moma with a blue buff. They still have their own blue buff. Moma had double buff at the start as well. This is gonna be a lot of hurt for Ziggs right now. It's gonna be very hard for him to catch up. Handyman, meanwhile, bottom, stun goes down onto goes to Odin, Jabberwocky there as well. Candy Panda forced to back up and it's already split. Zorm and the Twist is about to go straight onto Nif, knocked back into them. Candy Panda coming in from behind to try and do some damage. Nif looking to pick up the counter, goes to Odin, not going to happen. Candy Panda's out of there. That was a 1-for-0 trade. Goes to Odin on quite low health, however. Just if only that Calf's had the ultimate again.
Yeah, that was really well.
Sorry, meanwhile, top Profana's trading off against and Q goes down, looking for the finish, flash and auto attack. Honestly, I think he would have died anyway from Ignite. But even so, better safe than sorry, and Ziggs will pick up that kill for himself.
Yeah, they were playing with each other a lot. The past minute or so, they were trading a lot, and yeah, I don't know, they were already half health when the fight started, basically. But that was really well played by Nif there down the bottom. What he did basically was he tried to get the kill, which may seem greedy, but he did it mostly so that Kenny Panda could just walk away. And he almost picked up a kill as well. It would have been even more epic if he got the kill. So that was a good decision by him.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense because Nif is the more tanky of the two guys at bottom at the moment, and it makes sense for him to 1 tank and 2 for him to die, since it's obviously Corky being on the AD carry. So if he can stay in lane to farm, then all the better. But if Nif had survived, then obviously the experience is going to go onto himself, and it's just not as efficient in the long run. So it makes a lot of sense to do that way.
Especially on Tarek, because his ultimate isn't that great. It's not like a Soraka ultimate or something. You really want to get it as quickly as possible, but the Tarek ultimate isn't the most important thing to have, so you would definitely not want the experience on him if you could give it to Candy Panda.
For sure.
So Daedron is looking for a gank here, but I'm not sure if it's gonna... Oh, actually there's gonna be a stun, he's gonna ultimate in. Gosu going very low, goes to Odin that is, and the Requiem goes down as well, Jabberwocky also going down. That was really well coordinated by Spawn. That was beautiful.
Well, it was a very, very clean pickup because Tarek really immediately with the stun, yeah, and then immediately the follow from Dreon. It was clean. That's all you can say about it. And he hit level 6, he was right there immediately. Didn't even have the red buff, which is interesting because usually Nocturnes go fast 6, go straight for that red buff at halfway through level 5, pick it up, go for that bottom lane gank because it's so easy as the blue team. But even so, he did it with little trouble, and it was a fast pick on to both players. Now 4-4 is pretty even. Meanwhile, top ZZ against Profana, he's forced to back off. But this is the thing, like, Profana gets ahead in the fight, he's really not going to pick up the kill onto Lee Sin, because Lee Sin can just use his mobility to get out of there, so he can never really win top outright.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a problem for Profana. Profana does have better sustain though, as you can see, because he was as low health, but is now full health. And he's using that that Cold Meek very well for that. In the middle, it looks like Pattyman wanted to go. Oh, he's actually going to move around the wall, and is he going to be able to get there? He's going to flash Twisted Advance in. Knockup comes down as well. One Trick Pony is doing a lot of damage here. He's going to shut him down, and he's going to get the nice bonus gold for that. Has to retreat now, though, because Daedrion would be able to kill him if he was close enough, but he is not. So that was another kill for DKH, and they are actually doing very well against Swum, which is kind of surprising because they're not very well known.
Yeah, for sure, but honestly what was irritating there is I saw it, and I think Momo saw the same thing, is that if he had died a Teemo just above where he died, then he would have been able to hit Ziggs as he retreated, and that's what Ziggs was afraid of. He had to juke left so he could get out of the range from the late waist, but at the same time Dedrayon was coming in from the south to try and cut him off anyway, so if he was a Teemo to the north, then he could carry on hitting with late waist, and then by that time Dedrayon could have caught up for the tether. So that was kind of nasty for a position to die in, and I think he realised that he just needs to die slightly above where he did.
I love the way that he used Teemo for measurement.
Measurement, yeah. That's how you do it, that's how Riot is, man. Like,
no, they use 100
4 Teemos away.
One Teemo.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's how it works.
Oh, up top, there's going to be another fight. Profana versus Immunity. And Profana going to get to half health, but it's going to be able to survive. For now, there is a phage on so he is going to be able to slow Profana as well, have a nice health and AD buff. So he's definitely in a way stronger position at the moment.
Yeah,
Blue buff going to get picked up by One Trick Pony. I really like his name, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But meanwhile, bottom, Dedrayon looking for another gank, does have his ultimate, looking for Nif to follow this one up. They do not have a ward there, so they're unaware of Nocturne's presence. He does have red buff as well. This is going to be painful if he gets this onto them. I think they just saw Maokai, did they? No, I don't think they did. So both junglers right next to each other. Here comes the Initiate. Flash Pulverize from Jabberwocky. Can find it out of there. Nif also there along with the Drail. Looking for the support from the back of Gasu. Forced to back off, and there's the ultimate. Moment just doing a huge amount of damage. Picks up the kill. Jabberwocky biting the dust as well. Ultimate comes down by Ziggs. Gonna miss everyone. I think they saw that coming. And now he is out of there, got that blue buff. Karthus coming in from the side as well.
Yeah, that's the strength. That's the reason that Karthus gets picked and banned so much. It's just so much pressure around the map. And, you know, we saw it down bottom, but it also helped top, because that is going to be a lot of damage on there. And, ooh, we've got an announcement for that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. If you see it being killed, or if your team kills it, you get an announcement. If you don't see it, you don't get the announcement. So it's basically for timers and things like that.
Yeah.
It's super nice.
It's pretty cool. But anyway, I like the way that they don't do it if you don't see it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so at the moment there is just 1k difference in gold, so there's not a lot of difference. So games could still go either way. It's going to depend on which people get fed. At the moment, on Swum, it's mostly Moma, and Moma is the hardest scaling champion in this match. So Swum is very happy about that, I assume.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think it's so much to do with them getting fed as it is like their team fight and their team fight potential. Honestly, Dedrayon could be interrupted here by Pantyman. I think he realises the war there. He's going to go ahead and recall just to the side. And now he knows that Profana see that Pantyman coming up to top. Got to be careful. This is there, and there's the Oracle. Yeah, he'll be backing off right about now. But this is the thing. Their team fight potential. They have a lot of CC and sort of general AoE damage from DKH, so they need those sort of jungle fights, those close quarter fights where they can just instantly nuke them down, get that Jabberwocky with the pulverize to pulverize, Pattyman with the ultimate to try and negate some of that damage from Moma, which we were talking about in lobby. But on the flip side, if you have the sort of jungle fight is all about the initiation. I mean, you've got Nif, you've got Drayon, you've got Candy Panda just to stay behind. You have a lot of bruises right in front of that. Actually, going straight onto Fafana at top. Ultimate goes down. Pattyman following up with the Twisted Advance. Ultimate goes down. Pattyman gonna get out of there. Following after, they can't follow up on this one. Zig's ultimate as well. Interestingly paced Zig's ultimate. Honestly, if he'd done that behind, that would have picked up the kill into Bafana. But it was pretty obvious that he was going to slice and dice out of there, considering he was being chased back. So,
yeah, I think that if he
lead.
had put it at the between the tower and the wall on the other side, that would have basically been Profana's death. Because if he went into it, he would have died, and if he didn't go into it, he would have been killed by and not Daedrion, Pattyman or Pattyman.
Yeah.
It's probably Pattyman because it's German. Anyway, so no one dying there, unfortunately. But you know, it's still pressure on the top lane, and pressure's always a good thing. And Profana's actually going to push out the lane now, going to make sure that a bit of experience is getting lost to the tower, which is always a good idea. Might even push the tower a bit. Could do so if you pleased, but no, he's just going to go for the minions, and going to be a nice and farming crocodile.
Considering how hard Profana's being bullied top, he's had like 3-man ganks, he's had Pattyman being up there every other minute, he's got Lee Sin as an opponent, super hard scaling champion when he gets ahead, he's doing extremely well, nice juke as well. So he's handling this perfectly, quite honestly. Only 0 and 2, and he could be in a worse position right now.
And there's actually a brutalizer on the which is pretty cool, because that is a very early game based item that you usually buy that if you're dominating lane and you want to dominate it harder. So that's going to be very cool to see how well that works for him. And yeah, they're trading at the moment, but both of them don't do a lot of damage to each other. But it looks like Profana's actually going to get very low, actually. Ooh, he misses the Q, and that's going to be a problem. Yeah, he's not going to be able to pick up that kill. In the middle, Moma has to run away like a little girl. Puts down a wall of pain to be able to get away. Well done there.
Yeah, oh, another 3-man gang top. This is brutal, this is really brutal. Ward there, however, he's seen it. And Oracle as well. This is so harsh. They're trying to bully this top lane into submission, but Profana's handling it so well. Meanwhile, bottom SK Nif getting the stun off goes to them getting out of there. Jabberwocky coming in from behind. Requiem goes down. Ultimate pump by Jabberwocky trying to get out of here. Flash goes down. Another flash by Drayon following this one up. Candy Panda looking to follow as well. And the ultimate has one off to Drayon, taking a lot of damage. Ultimate goes down by Ziggs. Spell shield. Clutch spell shield. One Trick Pony coming in from behind as well. SK Nif, can he stop this from happening? Stun goes down, Ignite as well, will he fall? Candy Panda will also fall, and a stun not gonna happen, and heal goes down onto Nocturne, not enough to keep him alive from that. Moma, meanwhile, in mid, will be taken down by Lee Sin with that 2-man gank, and One Trick Pony was of course at bottom.
That was very well played there by One Trick Pony. That was just beautiful play there. Ultimate was very well dodged with the spell shield, but he still did a lot of damage with his Q and with his mines. So that was really well done there by One Trick Pony. And obviously the Lee Sin gank in the middle was a very smart play, because Moma obviously thought, okay, 6 bottom, I can push, and he just got killed for it. So that's well done there.
Yeah, I mean, he lost farm to top, but really Profana wasn't in the position to really punish that lane. Like, he couldn't push the tower, he couldn't really come mid either, because Lee Sin's got more mobility, and because he's behind, he needs to stay in lane anyway for that farm, just to try and catch up. So it is basically a pincer movement. There's nothing really they can do, because Profana needs to catch up on this one. But he's doing a good job. He's not fallen behind to the point where he is super weak, and that's really well played by Profana. He stopped this from happening.
Yeah, and what's happening top against Zoum is happening in the bottom against
Jabberwocky, I think, has just been caught by Moma. War goes down Profana there as well. And WQ combo, you know, just for shits and giggles, but there's nothing he can really do.
Yeah, it was only 170 gold though, so it wasn't too bad that he died. Yeah. Like, you'd rather not die, but it's not the most horrible thing ever. Thing is, they cannot contest Dragon now because they are 4 versus 5, and the bomb goes down. Profana's gonna say, oh yeah, I'll eat that, nom nom nom. I'm gonna be just fine, because he's Renekton and he doesn't take too much damage.
Yeah, but obviously Jabberwocky's argument is, joke's on you guys, I'm not worth anything. but obviously they can't contest Drake, so that's kind of a big hit. And I feel that zoum are just going to pull ahead now, because it's coming to the stage where they're going to be out of laning phase fairly soon. They're starting to roam, and I feel they'll operate better as a team. Like, obviously the mechanical skill is what is doing so well for DKH at the moment, but as soon as it gets to those team fight areas, I feel that their positioning and the way they execute these fights is going to be superior. That's just what I feel.
So, I'm taking a look at items. What's interesting to see on Jimmy is that he only has tier 2 items. He only has a Brutalizer, Phage, and a Hex Drinker. He doesn't have a finished item yet, like, I don't know, a Trinity Force or something like that. I doubt he'd go for Trinity Force, but you know, a Frozen Mallet then. So that's kind of strange to see. On the other side, or the other lanes, I mean. Oh, actually, it's going to be a gank in the middle, but it's going to get a counter gank as well, and one trick pony is going to go down immediately. Huge damage going to get thrown out, and Fuzzyman also going very low. It's going to go down. That's going to be his oracles. Momo going to pick up a blue buff from that, and that was... wow. Fuzzyman was like, I'll gank your lane, and Dejul was like, yo, you die.
That was surgical precision. It was like, okay, Patimon was right there, it was like, okay, we're gonna get the drop on Momo. He's gone forwards, this is the perfect opportunity to strike. Nocturne comes in, instantly Gibbs one trick pony. It was just scary. It was true paranoia right there. And that was just the pickup, and then obviously Pantyman does not have the damage. He's a support jungler, so he couldn't really do anything other than run away and die. So well played. Absolutely perfect gank from Drayon. Meanwhile, bottom, Candy Panda just going straight on to go to Odin. Didn't even have time to react to that, the burst damage right now. And that's the thing with proc carries. He's got the Trinity Force, he's just got that huge upfront burst, which is ironic considering he's against Graves. But he is 1 and 5, so to be fair, that's kind of to be expected, but... well played by bottom, and honestly, you don't expect people to die 2v2 in your lane. Obviously, bottom lane is the lane where more is going to happen, but 1 versus 1, nothing really should happen. You shouldn't outplay your opponents to the point where that's going to happen. Oh, Jabberwocky, precarious position. Is actually going to go in there, SK Nif. Yes, the stun down, ultimate goes down, yeah, he's out of there, but that was some ninja stuff right there.
Yeah, if the Valkyrie hadn't hit in time, then Penny Panda would have taken a lot of damage from the tower, but I doubt he'd have actually died though. So, I don't know, if it had worked, it would have been very cool. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if the Valkyrie hadn't gone down, he could have probably used exhaust as well. Could have worked.
Might have done, yeah. And, you know, just suddenly, cow.
Freaking ninja cow, dude.
Yeah, amazing. Honestly, from his perspective, it must have been like, how did he get there? Like, he was just behind him, he doesn't have teleport? What? But, there you go. Cows and ninjas. Done new thing every day.
He's probably got a bandana with ancient cow runes on it.
Yeah,
You couldn't even read. For the people that got that reference, you guys are awesome. So,
right, make the skin happen.
So right now there's a Rabadon's already on Moma. Actually there's going to be a one trick pony is going to kill him, but Dajon's going to, you know, just paranoia him. Going to freaking kill him. That was fast.
It was. Surgical strike. It's like an airstrike for real. But honestly, he is the bane of one trick pony at the moment. Every time he gets ahead, or he's like, oh, I can do something here, boom, knocks into the face. Oh, nice spell shield from Drayon. Goes to Ozen there as well. Probably going to fall here. Flash goes down. Will he get out? Flash into Twisted onto a creep. Oh, that caster creep is too strong. Wow, that was intense. Wow.
And Jabberwocky just goes ... in all chat.
Biggest insult. Oh
and
man.
Dajon is like, go on D, yo. I've got a happy face on. So as for items right now, there's an Infinity Edge on goes to Odin. There's a Trinity Force and the BF Shield on Candy Panda, definitely very far ahead. In the middle there's a needlessly large rod as well as a Blasting Wand and a Rod of Ages on One Trick Pony. There's already a Blasting Wand, a Amplifying Tome, a Rabadon's and a Rod of Ages on Moma. Moma definitely very far ahead in the build.
But meanwhile, bottom goes to Odin, taking a lot of damage, and then following up, and Candy Panda will pick up the kill immediately. Valkyrie over that wall straight onto the farming goes to Odin. All he wanted was the farm man, and now that will probably be the bottom tower going as well. Bull zoum, Alice not be able to do anything here. Maokai coming in from the side as well. I think One Trick Pony wants to stay in mid for the farm. And there's another turret. 3 for 0 turrets right now. They'll definitely head on those objectives.
Yeah, the thing is that what zoum is doing at the moment is they're losing, well, they're not even losing top lane, they're getting camped top lane, but he still is holding his own, which is very well played by him. In the middle, they're getting beaten, actually, because One Trick Pony is beating Momo 1v1. But then, you know, Daedron comes in and gets the kill anyway, and they just completely destroyed bottom. Like, those ganks every 30 seconds, that was just ridiculous. There was so much camping in the bottom lane, and that just really hurts DKH. And they're very far behind right now. They're like 6k behind, 7k, because the turret does go down, and they're 4 towers behind. They'd have to play really well to come back from this. Let's put it that way.
They're going for Drake, but I don't know if that's a good idea. They can get initiated on here and just die instantly. Jabberwocky getting completely bested. Must pop the ultimate. Derail going out to zone those carries. It's 3 versus 1 right now. 4 versus 1. Still gets a kill. Now following up with the rest of his team. Profana looking really scary. Going straight after that One Trick Pony. And Momo coming in from the side as well. He needs to be careful and needs to back off right here. Pattyman splitting up from his team, which is a wise idea. Wants to save the rest of those guys. Being completely torn up by Candy Panda, however. Profana going up the slice and dice stun. Nif there as well, doesn't even need to do anything. And that was a 3 for 1, and Drake was not even taken. That was a poor timing on Baron. That was not a good
Nah, it was
idea.
actually a pretty good idea, because what they saw was that Momo was stopped, so it was a very good call, but it just didn't work because they were 4v5 and died. So, I don't know, it was a good call in theory, but in all practicality, it didn't work because they were just too far behind. And I very much doubt they can still win this. But One Trick Pony is just gonna wow. He just got insta-killed. That was ridiculous.
That was scary.
That was just like, hey, boom. Oh. It was almost LeBlanc-like.
It was, yeah. That was pretty quick. Just got completely chunked. And this is the thing. They have Carthus, massive single target damage. Look at the CS, man. It's on the minute. 277. Be farming those Wolves, be farming those Wraiths from both teams. And that'll be the Drake pickup right now as well. Got those bruises up on that. Yeah. There's very little he can do right now. And Carthus, this is the problem. When Carthus gets ahead, you kill him, he carries on dealing damage. You don't kill him, he deals damage to the rest of your team and murders you all. It's just snowball. Snowball all over the place.
Yeah, I saw a game a week ago where they had a Carthus and a KO, and the Carthus went Sonya's, and he basically had 12 seconds of free damage. It was ridiculous.
Meanwhile, Tom is going straight onto Candy Panda, flash ultimate, now following up on this one. Ignite goes down, he's not going to be able to do anything, he just carries on trading, knows he can't get away, and that'll be the shutdown. He burnt the flash, the ignite, and the ultimate, killing that Corki, who was out of mana. Corki could easily dual Lee Sin right now, and that's the really scary thing with full mana.
Yeah, with full mana, I would have definitely won that, but he didn't have full mana, so it was okay. There's a Void Stuff's finish on Momo now. He's gonna go for a Zonia's now, and he's just got so much AP. He's got 545 AP. His Defile is gonna do about 250 damage per second, and they're gonna go for a and he's just gonna instant kill. He's just gonna get insta-killed, and there comes the XLs as well, flash after him as well, Pattyman getting very low. Ooh, the stun comes out, Dazzle just in range, but it looks like Pattyman is just gonna be fine. That was very close though. Was not in a good spot.
Eat the present, there it is. So One Trick Pony coming up from the bottom as well, 3 versus 3 right now, got the tower top as well. Drayon and Candy Panda are meanwhile at bottom, but vaping up here, they need to back off. They could probably pick off bottom tower before they react, but Baron is up. They can't really afford to do so at the moment, and Lee Sin is down as well, 4 versus 5. They can start this and force a fight. If they react to this, they lose. If they don't react to this, they get further ahead. And it's not a great position. It's basically a spear movement from zoum right now.
Yeah, it's already gone. Pattyman wasn't even in range to attempt to steal. And there's actually going to be an initiate on him now, and he is going to go very low. Ignite comes down, and he is going to go down almost instantly. Requiem comes out, that's going to pick him up for sure. Jabberwocky also getting very low. Daedron flashes after him. He's going to be able to get the kill, not quite, but here goes Candy Panda. Candy Panda is going to pick that up, no problem. So that's 2 down, and this is going to be an easy push for zoum. I'd be surprised if they don't win the game right here. They're at least going to take a taking an inhibitor. The GG comes out from GIGI, but they haven't surrendered quite yet. There's going to be a tower taken down though. They'll probably not surrender because teams usually don't do that in tournaments. But GIGI is going to get very low. Twisted Funds. No, not Twisted Funds. Just the dash in, slice and dice. GIGI is very low. Goes to Odin getting attacked by Profana, but Profana is 1 versus 3. He does survive for quite a while though. It's going to go down in the end, most likely. Yes, he does go down thanks to that ignite. But he actually 1v3'd them for quite a while.
Yeah, he was taking them for years. And Candy Panda falling low here. Paddyman coming in from the side as well. Valkyrie goes down. Flashes after, but not going to happen. The Drown coming in from the side. So much attack speed. Jabberwocky also there misses the pulverize. And he will be out of there.
Picks up the kill. Kill secured.
Kill secured. Now, is there as well. Jabberwocky forced back off to Drown, popping the spell shield. Nif coming in. Gotta be careful. Candy Panda really can't follow up on this one. But the Momo's coming in from behind as well. About 10 seconds on that one. And there's the finish from the Ziggs. Now following after Gosu, Odin might pick up a second kill. Slow goes down, just tagging him with that. Have a bright light. Looked like he had a bright light. Lag coming from Alistair, yeah, for sure. Candy Panda all over the wall, WQ combo, following after the Durrell, Momo coming in from the side, wall goes down, absolutely getting gibbed. Wow, the turnaround on that one. Gosu, Odin also there, looking for the late waste to finish this guy off. Looks into the brush, turns around, looking for the book shot, no. Dead before he can do anything. Wall goes down once again, Paranoia back up. And that'll be the kill onto Ziggs.
So I just ran the numbers real quickly. With the Shatter, as well as the full channel of the Gatling gun, as well as the Wall of Pain and an exhaust, they can get up to 125 armor penetration when they see the target.
Wow.
That's pretty ridiculous.
That's some armor penetration. Wow, the damage from Momo with those Qs. 2 Qs took One Trick Pony down to 50% HP.
It's actually not armor penetration, it's armor reduction, so that means that anyone that auto-attacks him does a lot of damage.
Wow. Nif, here's your chance.
Oh!
The ultimate! Down to 33.
He had literally 32 HP. That was so close. Poor guy, poor One Trick Pony.
Looker.
So the gold difference is now 15k, Inhibitor tower is down, Inhibitor is very low. I'm not sure why they're not surrendering. They did vote for a surrender, but it was for 3-4 and 2 against. So it didn't quite happen. Initiate's gonna come down here. Paddyman is gonna go for Moma. Moma's gonna zone us down and be like, yo bro, I don't really care. Gonna flash out. Paddyman's gonna get focused now. Is gonna go down. Profana getting focused by the other team is gonna go down. Requiem comes out. Ziggs is probably gonna get down. Oh, he gets a double kill. What the? Where did he get the double kill from?
I don't know. Out of nowhere, it's fine. The Drown just sweeping up the mess though. Momo coming in from behind as well. Actually picks off the Drown and he will fall. Meanwhile, in Africa, we do have Corky pushing the bottom lane.
Yeah, Candy Panda is just gonna go pick that up.
Moma
double kill.
Walking death. And just picked up those 2 guys. Corky just happily pushing bottom, you know, not a care in the world, no one really even tried to stop him.
Yeah, they've got 30 seconds before the first... oh, actually, no, 10 seconds before 2 people come back, but...
But they have supports, so...
Yeah, they've got 2 inhibitors
down,
and... The game's pretty much over for DKH right now. They could still pull it off if they win 3 team fights in a row, but I doubt that Swarm is going to let them do that. Especially considering there's a Rylance on Moma now. He's got a Rylance and Zonia's, a Rabidance, and a Rod of Ages. And that's going to give him a nice 734 AP. That's a ridiculous amount.
You know, the impressive thing is, Moma's still keeping up with the farm all the way through the game. 34 minutes in, 350 farm. That is impressive. The fact that he's been team fighting and farming at the same time, it's just pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you can really see it in his items though. It's ridiculous amount of damage he's going to do. That said, Candy Panda also does a lot of damage. He's got a Last Whisper, Bloodthirst, Trinity Force, and the BF Sword. He's got 350 AD. He's just going to throw down massive crits. He crits 761 on creeps. And if they get all the armor penetration off, he's just going to insta-kill everyone. He's just going to free shot them.
Oh, Moment looking for the Requiem. Interrupted, I think, by Jabberwocky. Now he's in a bad place. Wall goes down. Ziggs popping the ultimate. It's not even scratching the opposition. Ultimate goes down by Dodreon. Achilles here for one trick pony getting gift. Goes to Ozen falling as well. That'll be almost 100% going to be the finish. That was super nice. That wasn't quite the pick for the initiate, but it was what they needed. Honestly, Pattyman falling down to about 10% HP just from harass alone. At least Maokai is alive. And
no Penta!
no Penta.
And there goes the Surrender Fighter, not going to be in time for double explosion, fortunately. And,
I don't know. No. Okay.
Oh, Lee Sin Saturn, because it doesn't know how to pronounce my name. Sorry, bro.
I swear he made his name for this. He knew he was going to be a professional player. He was like, okay, I'm going to make my name as hard as possible for the casters, just to douche them over. That's my goal in life. It's trying to hear them pronounce my name.
So if we look at the damage graph real quickly, because that's always awesome to look at. Wow, the amount of damage thrown out by Momo is just insane. But yeah, it was just really well played by Swam. It was well played by DKH. I gotta admit, they held their own very well, but they just couldn't deal with the precision of Swam with those initiates. You usually saw them. You could just hear them go, "Okay, guys, go!" And they all just go in immediately. 4 people in your face at the same time, and that's just really hard to react to. So really well played by both teams, and I think we're gonna go and look for a game really quickly now. In the meantime, we're gonna have to play some ads and some music. We'll see you guys in a bit with the next game.